Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. I'm Donna, and today I am here with the talented Laurel Taylor. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I am doing great. The only thing we didn't talk about before this was what's the temperature like in Tennessee and Florida. That's the only thing. Usually we talk about that.
Right. It's crazy. Like it was really cold a few days ago and now it's like hot. And I always wear hoodies, so it never changes. I sweat.
Oh, and it's funny. I remember a few weeks ago when it was so cold. I'm like, I'll send you the warm air. Still hot
Right.
here though.
Right. Yeah, it's hot.
No, but we do love to start off with actually a very difficult question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Tell us, who is Laurel Taylor?
Oh gosh. Um Honestly, Laurel Taylor to me, I feel like wants to encourage people, and as an artist, as a singer-songwriter, just as a leader. And I want to serve a purpose in this world. I want to bring hope and joy. Um, and I've been doing this for 11 years. So I know I'm in the calling of what God's called me to do. And that's all I can say. I can't worry about people or anybody's opinions. I just keep going, right?
Absolutely. Well, I'm so glad you are because you have some great music out.
Thank you so much.
In fact, your recent release, Old House, you want to tell us a little about that? Maybe the what kind of inspired it?
Yeah, of course. I was talking to my mom. I originally wrote this song with my mother, and we never write together, but she brought up this sign that said, um, bringing up my past is like robbing a house that is no longer there or empty. And I was like, whoa, that would be a really cool song talking about that's your old house. Here's a brand new address. Here's your new house. And so that's kind of how the song was crafted from nobody's really proud of their past. And it was just cool to create a song that maybe people can hold on to and say, hey, look, that's not me anymore.
It's definitely a great song. I love it.
Thank
Definitely
you.
just something I was listening the other day, and as we talked before, during my day job, I do a lot of analytics, and I'll put music on just to stay focused. And I'm like, oh, sometimes I just have to stop a minute and listen to the song because it grabs you, and you're just like, I gotta listen to this a minute. Just need a minute.
Right.
Good break
Right.
moment too. But yeah, it's beautiful.
So good.
Absolutely. And, the only thing I think pasts are good for is retrospect, to say, okay, that's who I was. I've
Mm.
grown. I'm better now. I'm this. I'm that. Like it just, yeah. I think we all grow. We all grow at our own time sometimes, and yeah, I think those skeletons can stay there. And
That's really good. No, I mean it's true. Like I always say like you're the one holding you back. You're the person that gets in the way of who like you're supposed to be and truly stepping in and walking in that. So it's super cool to hear the perspectives of the song and how people hear it differently. And I'm like, I didn't write it for that, but I'm
Mhm.
so glad you heard that. It's just super cool.
It is, and I think that's one thing universally. Again, back to everyone has a past. Everyone, is can change and things like that, and that's just such a universal message.
Right.
It brings impact.
Thank you.
So tell me, who are some of the women that inspire you?
Oh gosh, I'm not even trying to be cheesy, but Loretta Lynn. Um, she it amazes me that at a young age she was teaching herself to play guitar, teaching three or four chords. She's writing about everything that she's going through, trying to figure out how to get it on, somewhat of a CD or record or tape or whatever they had back then. Like it blows my mind how I mean, of course she's the legend, but like, I just always go back to like, okay, if you can't grab a guitar and sing the song, then you ain't got it. Like, you just don't. Like, if you have to have all that, computer work behind you, and you can't just sit up there like Loretta or, whoever, Tammy Wynette, like any of them, like, and just sing the song raw. Willie Nelson, he never hits a right note, but it doesn't matter. He's Willie Nelson, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, some women would be, my main is Loretta Lynn. But honestly, Tammy Wynette, the Judds, like just the old country that made country music. Truly, it did, and people can stray from it all day long. But at the end of the day, that's why we're singing. That's why we have a country genre. As much as they don't like it or do like it always goes back to the women of country, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, and Laura Lynn was a great influence. I mean, she was writing
Right,
songs well beyond, what they wanted to play on radio, just like Dolly was
right,
pushing the bar. And it's so nice to see
right.
these women pushing the bar because even if they weren't played on radio, it's
That's right. And she didn't lose that passion. She didn't lose that drive. And that's what, for me, like, she was a woman of faith. I'm a woman of faith. She has drive. I have drive, passion. You can't teach drive to an artist. They just either have that drive and that hustle or they don't. And so it's just really cool, to watch, Coal Miner's Daughter and things like that, just to encourage, like, keep going. Like, the things they did back then, you can still do now. So it's pretty cool.
absolutely. And I think nowadays it's actually easier for young, and I say kids and anyone in general that wants to learn to play guitar because, back even in the 90s, going back there, we
Right,
didn't have the internet like we do today. So I
right,
say then the fact that it's a benefit and sometimes negative, but it's a benefit for the fact that you can go on there, learn to play guitar, piano, whatever you want to do. You can probably much find the right little educational piece. I wouldn't suggest doing that for surgery though, but for music and some things that are for you to learn, technical skills
right.
are great. So
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what I taught myself guitar, and I took piano for 10 years. So I taught myself guitar watching people when I lived in downtown Nashville on Broadway. I watched everyone and I just learned from it. I was a sponge soaking it up. So,
that's it. It's so nice to be there though, because you do get to soak it up on Broadway and things like that and
right.
be around very talented musicians as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, would you like to do our 13 crazy questions now?
I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
nervous.
Don't be nervous. I promise we won't get arrested yet. Tell me, do you have any guilty pleasure music on your playlist? Something that you don't always admit to listening to?
Uh, you know, there is okay, I don't know the artist because you're not supposed to know the artist in jazz. It's more of like the music piece.
Mm-hmm.
And like, when I'm like really like uh anxious or I need to chill, it's jazz music. And that's kind of embarrassing. Like, I know there jazz is wonderful. It's just not for me. Um And for some reason, I like the old timey like jazz and like Frank Sinatra. Like, oh my gosh, like, blows my mind how talented these people are. And then beyond the jazz, it would be like hardcore, like black gospel, like 100%. I am a white girl with a black heart soul, like truly, like I've got some soul in me. So those would be my two.
Well, finish this statement. Today, my favorite song is.
Mm, that's super hard. Am I allowed to
It's just for
pass or
today. Tomorrow
no?
we can change. No, no, no. Just think of a song that's kind of stuck in your head or whatever, and you can use that. Because tomorrow it could be different. Like my ultimate, like my always, like I would say my always favorite song would probably be Dolly Parton's "I Will Always Love You." Like that's like my one always favorite song, right? But like today, I was listening to possibly Old House, so that might be my favorite song today.
You know what? Okay, I don't want to be crazy, but it's Old House because so many people have been telling me the impact it's made, and I'm like, thank you God for writing that. You know what I mean? Like, not me.
Yeah.
I'm just so grateful for that song. So I'd say my single, not a shameless plug, but there you go, Old House.
And that's perfect, and even from the writer perspective,
Yeah.
yes, I can totally understand that, because there are days where I'm like, that's the best song I've ever written. Probably not really,
Yeah.
but I feel that way. That's like my favorite song. So
Right.
tell me the best concert you've ever attended.
I would have to say Carrie Underwood. Um, I was 18 when I first moved to Nashville, and I remember when she came out in that beautiful long dress, whatever she was wearing, and I just began to cry. That's embarrassing, but like I was crying because it's exactly what I wanted to do one day. I knew I wanted to be on stage. I knew I wanted to make an impact and just sing songs that I believe in. And she was singing Blown Away. I'll never forget it. And then I had to go get the shirt, I had to go buy the $100 shirt with all the tour dates on it. So I'll never forget that day. And no, I'm not the voice of Carrie Underwood at all, but she inspired me to keep pushing as an artist.
Absolutely love it. Tell us some music recommendations, songs, albums, artists that we need to listen to before we die.
I'm gonna start with, definitely, if you don't know who Loretta Lynn is, please go listen to Loretta Lynn because she will
Yeah, if y'all
teach you
haven't heard her, come
passion.
on.
Yeah, seriously. You ain't
Yeah,
alive if you haven't.
yeah, we're gonna have to round you all up and put you in jail or something. That's it, just
That's right. That's right. No, she just teaches a lot about passion and just drive and honestly facing your fears and things like that. Like she went through so much, and there's so much you can probably relate to this day with her music. So I'd say her. I would say you got to be seasoned and go listen to some Johnny Cash. I would say working my way up, a little Miranda Lambert. I absolutely love The House That Built Me. I believe that vibe is very close to Old House. Um, I love that singer-songwriter Chris Stapleton. Got to listen to his stuff. And I'm not talking about just Tennessee whiskey. I'm talking about he's got a song that says, My Daddy Doesn't Pray Anymore. Oh my gosh, just it will make you cry. And I just love songs that have stories with meanings that you can apply to your life to this day. And then honestly, I'd say my grandmother passed away a few years ago, and the Gaither vocal band. Anything the Gaither vocal band is going to be encouraging, and you're going to hear beautiful harmonies with incredible vocalists. Sometimes it takes a mountain, sometimes a troubled sea. Those are such good words. And then anything Laurel Taylor before you leave. So check it out.
I will definitely have to check her out.
Definitely. I think so.
Oh, tell me something on your bucket list, or a couple good things.
um I This is embarrassing, but it's true. I want to play the Grand Ole Opry one day.
Not
Um,
embarrassing.
that's a
That's
that's a dream
awesome.
of mine. Yeah, it's a dream. It's a goal. I believe just speaking it and saying it and just believing it. And that's right. And I would say after that, um, I want to skydive. Uh, I'm like terrified of heights, but I would like to skydive and say I did it. I'd really like to live to say I did it. It just terrifies me, but that's something on my bucket list. Um, and then truly, just write. Like as an artist, you're so close. You get those almost, you get those, that's good, but not right now. Or, yeah, that's good. We'll put it out for this, but then we're going to, there's always something. My bucket list is to write a song that changes the world, truly. A timeless song, not timeless song that you can apply every year, each year, and that it will change each and every person. That's all I got.
I think, love it. Except for the jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. I'm still, I've always wanted to consider it, but I don't know. There's just something about jumping out of the plane. I'm like, not so sure yet.
It's nerve-wracking for sure, but I'll do it.
And good parasailing, where they're still tethered and you're in there. That's great. I'm in all day long. So
right.
Oh, so if we made a movie about your life, who would you want to play you?
Oh gosh. Oh, I don't know. Is that an answer? Can I say I don't know? Gosh, I don't know. I'm very different, very unique. We just did the music video for Old House that's not released yet, and they were like, well, we want you to have a girl that's younger, and it's so different because I have a whole arm of tattoos, like sleeves, and then I have my hair is undercut, so obviously a top and then undercut, all this. I got 2 tattoos on my neck, each side. I've got another arm full of tattoos. I'm just edgy and different, and I would hope the person that plays me is just like edgy, and just knows how to be bold and walk in that room and just, take over, which is super cool. That's definitely my personality, but my mom always says I couldn't hurt a fly, so I don't know.
Oh, well, I think people judge people by their looks too much, and especially someone that has lots of tattoos. That's the first thing people will start judging sometimes. And I'm like, definitely. I think they're cool. I'm just like, I usually look because I'm like, I'm a person of artwork, love good artwork, and I'm like, there's just some tattoo artists that are just amazing.
Yeah,
there's absolutely. A Canadian artist that was on. She's actually she owns a tattoo shop, and she has, I think, 17. Get this wrong. I think it's 17 butterflies because we went through this, and I'm like, how many butterflies do you have? And she's like, one here, one here. I'm like, okay, I can't remember.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just, they were really, really great. She is amazing. Her artwork, amazing when she does tattoos. I'm like, my next tattoo, I'm coming to you, which means I have to go to Canada.
Right. So. It's worth it.
Absolutely. So, do you have a game plan for zombie apocalypse? That's really serious now. Come on.
No. I don't. I would.
Okay, no. Fine. We'll just grab you when we go to the cold area. They apparently don't like snow, from what a couple of people have said. So that's my game plan, is to find those people that said they don't like snow, and I'm just going to move in with them, and we'll see how this hilarious. Works.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good plan.
That's okay, funny. So I'll come get you on my way there, because it's probably going to be in Canada.
Just come pick me up. Just come pick me up on the way there if that happens.
Oh, tell me something you would never do. Maybe jump off a bridge.
Yeah, I would never do. I'm gonna go with, gosh, I would never quit. I'll never quit what I'm doing. No matter what, I will never quit. I know that's deep, but it's true. I'm very very driven for this, and I know that God's given me a gift, and I have to use it. I can't not, Mm-hmm. And so yeah, and I'll be funny too, because like I hate vegetables, so I'll probably never eat the way that you're supposed to eat. I'm always chicken fingers and fries, but you can stay healthy that way too. You just got to walk and you got to run and stuff, right? So
and now they have air fryers. So air
That's
fryers,
right.
so it's a healthier fried
It's a little
version,
more
right?
healthier, right? It
I
ain't got to
think
be
so.
grilled. It can still be fried. So there you go. Yeah, truly.
Oh, it's okay. You fit in here. I'm the vegetable person, but that most of the household isn't a vegetable
Right,
lover. Like they have a salad and it's just lettuce. Although they have upgraded
right.
to romaine, mind you, thanks to my influence. But
Oh goodness.
oh, okay. So hypothetically, if I called you and said, "Hey, Laurel, I have a dead body. Do you know a good place to hide it?"
I honestly, I would think it was a prank, and I'd be like, I'm
Oh,
hanging up on you. But what would I do in
you're
that
probably
moment,
right.
or like, are you saying what would you do in the moment, or would you say what?
Yeah.
How would I respond?
How would you respond? Like, do you know a place for me to hide a body, or just in case,
Okay, first off, um, I'd probably respond with, I'm not helping at all. I'm not getting myself involved. I've done too much in the past to screw up anything now. But I love like murder crime things and
Mhm.
like trying to figure out the different like storylines and stuff. So
Yeah.
I feel like I could help, but like I don't know because I sometimes it stumps me on the shows. I'm like, what? Like
Yeah.
you really? I just love Lifetime stuff and anything that has a good dramatic story, but I hate drama in real life. So anything like that, I'd be
Hmm.
like, see ya. Like lose my number, please. I can't help you.
Oh,
So,
it must be creative people behind Investigation Discovery Channel, because some of those shows, like I always mention Wives with Knives because it just sounds funny. Like
right. Oh my good
they have some
gosh,
great,
yes.
yeah, they have just great funny show names like that. And well, obviously it's not funny because they're serious murder, crime, things like that. But it's just,
Yeah.
I love that they add the humor to it. Like it's that twisted
Yeah.
dark humor.
Yeah. Any of the like obsession stuff is super like fun to watch because like I mean for me that's not real life, you know what I mean? There are people out there
Yeah.
like that obsession, but like you always want to figure out like the story before it comes out.
Yes.
It's like, oh my gosh. So
Oh, absolutely. So tell me something you're afraid of. Spiders, bats.
um honestly, any like bug. I hate bugs, just hate them. Like I don't care if it's if a fly came in here, I'd be like, well, what's in this? Like anything. um I'm super afraid of any kind of bug that crawls or flies. I hate cockroaches, and then cockroaches that fly.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
no.
packing my bags. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I understand why you probably won't be visiting Florida too much on your tours coming up in the future.
Oh no, no, not at all.
Oh, yeah, I have to admit, the first time I saw one of those down here in Florida, the palmetto bugs, I was like, what in the
Oh,
heck is, I was like, no, I was like, oh, hell no. Flying cockroaches? Oh,
mm-mm.
hell no. This is not
I
okay.
don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. And then they have I was in Puerto Rico years ago and they have like iguanas just walking.
All over, yeah.
And I'm like, and they're big.
Hmm.
I'm like they're like just I'm like, what are we gonna are we gonna run from it or are we just gonna watch it?
Right?
Like it's crazy, but
Oh,
it's funny.
absolutely. Just like I think it's the Komodo dragon on Easter Island, I believe it was. I saw that the very first time and
Yes.
I'm like, I wanted to go there so bad. I'm like, I don't think I want to go there anymore. Like I
Not
feel like I'm
anymore.
gonna be lunch or something. Like I just feel like this immense terror
Yeah.
from this animal. I'm like, okay.
Right. Right. No.
Oh, okay. So would you go to karaoke with me?
100%.
Wonderful. We'll have a few drinks. No one will ever notice I'm off key and pitchy. It's all good. Well, if you could be any person or a position, CEO, rocket scientist, whatever, who would you want to be for the day, or what position would you want to be for the day, and why?
um Honestly, I would say especially in the music business, uh as an artist, you have to book yourself and hustle and find those shows and things and fill up your calendar. I would love to be a manager. Like I'd love to be like A&R or uh like from Sony or Warner or just somebody that higher end just to know their brain of like what are you looking for? Like what do you think is talent? What do you think is a good song? What's trending right now? Or are you just looking for a face? Like, I just wonder um how people make it, how they move forward and they progress and their songs become number one and out of nowhere. And it's like, I would love to just sit in that chair like a chairman of Herb,
Mm-hmm.
I believe his name's Mike, I think. Yeah, like just, sit and be them and just see what's going through their brain, honestly. So any kind of type of manager. But that's what I want to do when I get out of artistry is I want to manage artists.
Yeah. That sounds very exciting for sure. Yeah. And I'm the type I don't know, like you're saying about looking for a face. I am the type that, for years I remember even in the 90s, because I was always the music type. I always listened to music. And then it was funny because someone's like, "Did you see the video for that song?" I'm like, I'm bad at this. No, sorry. I will
Right.
play songs over and over. I will have no clue what some artists look like. And someone will be like, "Oh, that's so and so." And I'm like, okay, I'm really probably the worst
Yep.
person for celebrities. Like I could have like all these celebrities around me. I'd be like,
Yeah.
clueless.
Yeah.
But
That's super true. Yeah.
yeah. So, do you have any words of wisdom you live by? And if so, what are they?
Um I've told this to one article that it's okay to hear no. It's okay to hear no and it's okay to say no. So like never be a people pleaser, never be a doormat. You can be kind, obviously, but letting people run all over you is going to hurt you in the end. I think hearing no really uh, gives growth. Um, Somebody that just hears yes all the time is never going to be teachable, you know?
Yeah.
And I've heard no so much. And, this music business, like they just rip it from you. You might
Mm-hmm.
get a call from this and then it's like, oh, just kidding. you know.
Yeah.
Um, and so I'd say also the music business is very small. It doesn't matter where you're at, Nashville, LA, London, like any of the, New York,
Mm-hmm.
the business is small and everybody knows everybody and you will run into them again. So always be your best, like always, bring your best and speak well of other people. Don't base it off of one conversation you had with them. Like I've learned, do not talk about people. Like even if they did rub you wrong, like we're all in this together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm a very positive person. I'm a team person. I also, words of wisdom, everybody has a place. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and when I realized that, that really helped me understand where I fit. And every song, it's like NSAI says in Nashville, every song will find its home. Like every song has a place and there's room for everybody. So, as much as we want to say, well, there's competition, there's really not. There's so many people in the world that have different genres that they want to hear. I might not be what you want to hear, but down the street, somebody over here trying, they might be what you want to hear. And it's just timing and it's being present in the right timing, you know. And lastly, I just believe the Lord's got everybody. He's got a specific plan for everybody, and it's up to us to follow it or not.
Absolutely. And going back to the no, I've always learned that no means next opportunity.
That's right.
This might come from more of the business back end of where, kind of college and all that good stuff. But realistically, yeah.
Right.
It's just not, they say, sometimes your path is supposed to go a certain way. So whatever you're supposed to learn in life, it's supposed to go that way.
That's right.
And everything happens at the right time.
Yeah.
Even chaos.
Yeah.
It makes you appreciate when you don't have chaos, I think. That's really builds character and keeps you strong too.
That's right.
So the only constant in life is change. Be adaptable, right?
That's good.
Well, tell me, what do you have going on for the rest of this year?
Oh
Lots
gosh,
of good stuff, I know, right?
Yeah, I know. It's exciting. I just dropped, Old House in January. The music video is coming out soon. I've got a new single coming out called Mama Prayed on Mother's Day. And it's basically just talking about how my mother supports me and prays for me every day. And I know so many people will be encouraged by that, and their, moms and dads and parents. And then after, I'm doing I've got 3 other singles coming out that are basically all country market. That's my goal this year, is just to release everything into the country market, and super excited how welcoming and just encouraging everyone is for this, and that this is my roots and this is what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing, and just encouraging people in the lyrics and the stories that they hear in the testimonies. And so my goal is to put that out and just see what happens. Like, I try not to focus on the numbers. I just try to focus on the impact and not every little number. If I did, I would drive myself crazy. I think we all would, focusing on how many streams we have, or if it went to the charts or not, or the next thing. And I just want to focus on every single piece that the Lord gives me and steward it well. So basically just putting out singles and playing shows. I'm headed to Arkansas for a radio tour, and then from there we go to North Carolina, and then from there we go to Georgia, right with the veterans a lot. So I have a bunch of like warrior outreach retreats and Operation Song. I love that. They write songs about their PTSD, and it's super cool to just spend time and encourage them in their healing with that. And so I would be going to Mississippi. I mean, I'm traveling all over Texas, a little California. I'm very grateful for just playing out. I'm grateful that people actually want to hear my music. So, but hopefully, maybe not this year, but maybe next year, the Grand Ole Opry. That's my goal. So.
Well, I hope I'm in town when you get to play the Opry. That's for sure.
Oh gosh, you can see me cry. I don't usually cry, but that will blow my mind. I want to stand on that circle. That circle that is right. Everybody wants to stand on the stage. I want to stand right at that circle with my dad and say, like, look at this. Wow. Like, how cool is this? So it's a dream, but it's not a dream that the Lord can't fulfill.
Mm-hmm. You put in the work and the efforts, and
that's right.
Well, I can't wait to see you at the Grand Ole Opry, and obviously, hopefully before then, because
Sweet.
Oh. Well, Laurel, it's been a pleasure having you on today, and you are welcome back anytime.
Oh, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed it. I appreciate it.
Well, it's been a blessing. So thank you, friends, for joining us for an episode. Make sure you check out the links to Laurel's website and check out Old House if you haven't already done so, or just keep replaying it on Spotify, because, every penny counts. I like to joke about that too. So, but really, every penny does count. And musicians, when we're starting out, and do what you can, share it with a friend, and have a great day, everyone. Thanks for joining us. If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.